So, kind of running out of ideas for videos. So, I guess sometimes I will just tell you about whatever went on the day before or that day or whatever. Let's see, yesterday I had started a 20-minute ride and I took my horse to the water trough and he got a drink. And after about maybe 8 minutes, oh, my horse is peeing. Look, do you want to see? You can't really see anything, but he is. Anyway, after about, it was like 8 to 10 minutes after he had the drink, someone walked by and said, "That horse is so thirsty." People just are like so dumb. Like, first of all, what about him made you think that he was thirsty? It was 79, 80 degrees at the time, maybe. It wasn't particularly sweaty. Obviously, just been hydrated. Like, what does a not thirsty or a thirsty horse look like to you? Like, because you're thirsty, you just assume the horse is? Like, I don't understand. It's like, if you're not walking around with a bottle of water, drinking water at every moment, am I gonna assume you're thirsty? That was annoying. I didn't even bother responding to her. It was just so stupid. What else? Oh, I also had a customer who was like begging me to overload my carriage and like pay me to do it. Like, "I'll pay you extra." I'm like, "No, it's against the law. I cannot. We will not have insurance coverage in an accident." It was like, it's just I was like, people, like, I can lose my license. I am not doing that. And then the guy, like, instead of just taking 2 horse carriages, even though he was planning on paying more, he was like, "Well, I'm just going to take one of those pedicabs," or you call it rickshaw. I was like, I just explained to you how they are destroying our business. Like, why would you patronize them? But he was like, stop. They had 5 people, 5 adults. And he was stopped by the pedicab guys who were trying to convince him to do 2 pedicabs, or maybe cram into 1. I don't know. I see it all the time. It's ridiculous. But he made his way over the horse carriages, and then he was like, "Oh, you guys can only take 4. And I was like, "I will take 4 of you and I'll do your ride, but like, if you're gonna do a pedicab, like, you're on your own with that. I can't, we don't work together." So he was like, "Well, who do I ask? Like, which pedicab guy, which company?" And I was just like, "We're not friends, so you'll have to do that on your own." And then he was like talking to a few of the guys, and they realized that it was a ride that I was doing, and they know that I will call them out on their crap. And so they were like not wanting to take this guy, and eventually one of them was like, "Well, it's money for me," so he did take him. I was not thrilled about this, but luckily he didn't like get too close to my carriage or anything, and it wasn't too dangerous. But yeah, it was just really dumb. I was like, he should have just, done 2 horse carriages. So that was a little annoying. I also had a pedicab guy say that I was a monster for taking a carriage ride, and for giving a carriage ride to someone. I totally ignored that one. My customers are also like, I don't even think they heard him. But he was just saying that because the police have actually been enforcing their laws a little bit, and they're finally getting some tickets for breaking like every law. Oh yeah, I also had these 2 guys who work on a ranch in Arizona come over and start chatting horses with me. And they were like, "If anyone gives you crap about your horses working in the heat, you should tell them that we are doing carriage rides, like, obviously not when it's too hot, but like in a desert, in the Arizona, like hot climate. And their horses are just fine, because horses are highly adaptable animals that work in all kinds of temperatures." And I was like, yeah, I do try to tell people, but people are stupid.